This is a Lunar Ultima 674, just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, by the time you pick the van up, there'll be a gas bottle and gas pipe work going to the regulator. The gas regulator on this particular caravan is a gas changeover valve, so you actually have this valve here that allows you to change the gas supply over, so you can actually have two gas pipes connected if you wish to, and this arrow needs to point at the gas bottle you want to use if you have the two gas pipes connected. On top here you'll notice there's a little red section that goes green when the gas is turned on, and you've also got a gas shut-off valve here on the side should you not want to use the external gas barbecue point. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your trimmer, heating and hot water flue. I'll demonstrate the heating once you go inside the caravan. You've then got your wind down leg on either side at the front of the caravan through these holes, and they are just there for stabilising the caravan. You've then got your water pump connection. The water pump connection is very simple to use. You've got the blue trigger here on the back. Pull the blue trigger back and push it into the side of the van and lock it in place. Then got a dog shower connection here, should you wish to have a dog shower outside of the van. And then you can also, the water filter is in this housing just here. That should be changed on a service. You've then got your battery box and your mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan. The mains power lead is connected to the power on site. By the time you arrive on site, there'll be a battery in this locker as well for you, so everything is fresh and ready to go. Going to the side of the caravan, you've got your motor mover and wheel nuts. The motor mover will demonstrate here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts in so they've been tightened correctly. The fresh water that goes in the front of the caravan has to come out somewhere, and that's what these two grey pipes are for down the side of the van here. They'll go into these larger diameter holes, as you can see here, and they'll drop down inside your waste master. Coming to the back of the caravan, you have your toilet flush tank, so you'll open this up and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to using the toilet system. At the bottom you have your toilet waste cassette, which will open this up and show you how that works. The orange handle at the bottom allows you to release the cassette. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees to tip the waste away. The white cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. On the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, the waste doesn't spit and splatter back at you. You'll need to put 1 litre of water in that cassette and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use, so it breaks down the waste that goes in there. Back of the caravan, you've got your two wind down legs to stabilise the van. Again, they are only there for stabilising, not lifting. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your storage locker for underneath the bed at the rear of the caravan. You've then got your two fridge vents, which are very simply there to allow hot air at the back of the fridge unit and take some cool air in. Behind one of those you'll also find a gas flue for when the fridge is running on gas. Coming more towards the front of the caravan, you've got your wet storage locker. The wet storage locker is very simply there, so you can put wet accessories in there, and then you've got a mains power point in there as well. And on the front you've got a barbecue gas point, and just behind that locker door you'll find the last wind down leg. Going on to the inside of the caravan now. Above the door, as you walk in, you'll see the main control panel. So you've got your main power switch to turn the power on. You've got your internal lighting, and you've got your external awning light. You've then got your water pump switch, which I'll come back to in a moment. And then you've got your view levels that brings up the levels here at the bottom. The screen here that you can't quite see in the video is just bringing up your battery voltage and the current time. On the right hand side here, you've got your trimmer, heating and hot water control panel, which I'll come back to in a moment. The first thing you're going to need to do when you come inside the caravan is come over to every tap on board the caravan and open them all up on the hot side of the water system. You'll see I've already filled the water system up, but that water pressure will slowly drop away in a moment. We're then going to come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the van, and open the bottom cabinet and come in through the front, and you will find a yellow drain down valve. That yellow drain down valve needs to be parallel with the floor to fill the water system up. If it's upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, all of the water on board the caravan will drain back out onto the floor underneath the van. So like I said, parallel with the floor to fill the water system up. Once that valve's parallel with the floor, we can come back over to the control panel above the door and turn the water pump on. Now once that water system is completely full, you'll have hot water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. At that point we can shut all of the taps back off once that water system is full, and then you can start thinking about warming the water on board the caravan. So like I said, you'd never turn them taps off until that water is running continuously. You don't need to bleed the cold side. As you'll notice, it will spit and splatter to start with. However, the cold water will come straight from the aqua roll on the outside of the van. So to warm the water, we come back to this control panel to the right hand side above the door. We press the central button to go into the options for it. And the first icon you're going to see flashing here is the room temperature. So once that is flashing, you're going to press the central button again. And then you're going to spin the dial right or left to control the room temperature. All the way around to 30 degrees if you want the heating on its maximum setting. And to set it, you press the central button. And you'll notice then you'll get a flame symbol at the top here. That doesn't mean gas, that just means it is heating up on, heating the caravan up. When you've got the camper van symbol flashing again, you can spin the dial to the right and press in the central button. And then you can go to your water temperature. So you've got eco, hot or boost, depending on how you want to power, or depending on how hot you want the water. So eco is around 35 degrees. Hot is around 45 to 50, and boost is for when you're showering on board the caravan. So depending on what you're going to want to set this to, you press the central button, and then you'll see at the top of the screen it's coming up with eco, because that is what the water is warming up to. I'm just going to turn that off for now. I'm going to spin the dial to the right, and then we can select the power option we want to run the caravan on. So again, we'll press the central button. You've got gas on its own. To ignite it on gas, you'll press the central button with the gas bottle turned on, and it will allow the gas systems to ignite. If it fails to ignite, it will actually come up with a gas fail on the screen to indicate it has failed to ignite on gas. Mix 1 is 1000 watts of electric and a mixture of gas at the same time. Mixture 2 is 2000 watts of electric and a mixture of gas at the same time. Electric 1 is 1000 watts of power on its own, and electric 2 is 2000 watts of power on its own. I'm going to set it at 1000 watts. The reason being is we can run a maximum of 1 kilowatt, which is 1000 watts. And that will allow us to run our heating and hot water from the selected power source. If you're not sure what to set this to, I do advise you ask the site's office when you arrive on your holiday, as they will be able to advise what power setting is best for their individual campsites. The last symbol is the blown air heating, so a bit like you've got in your car, you've got eco or high or boost on this particular caravan. So the eco will just allow the air to circulate slowly. The high will blow a lot more air around the van, and the boost will be for when it's warming up, so essentially it gets the air flowing nice and quickly around the van. Again, you'd set this by pressing the middle button, and it will allow you to set then the fan speed, and it'll indicate what power setting you've got it to. If it's on eco, it'll be have this one little fan blade lit up. 2 will be high, and then all of them will be boost. So that is your heating and hot water control panel. You will have noticed down the bottom of the screen there's some advanced settings. For these, we do advise you read the manuals that come with the caravan, as if I tried to explain them in the video, it'd probably take me 2 to 3 hours to complete. Next up, we're going to go to the microwave. Now the microwave at the moment looks like it's turned off, but you'd hit the eco button and it will allow the microwave to wake up. Once that lights up on that top right hand side, it means the power is going to the microwave and it's ready to use. It is an eco microwave, so that will turn itself off every so often. I'm going to go to the fridge now. The fridge is very simple to use. You've got your power button here on the top left hand side. Mains power, when you're connected to a mains power site, and you'll be able to control the fridge temperature on the button on the right hand side here. The more blocks you have lit up, the colder the fridge will be. The gas option will allow the fridge to ignite on gas. If it fails to ignite, it'll actually flash and bleep at you at the same time. So it'll flash this flame symbol here, and it'll also flash the red warning triangle on the right hand side. If you want to try to get the fridge to reignite, you'll press and hold the warning button, and it'll allow the igniter system to restart. If you want to run the fridge on 12 volt as you're travelling down the road to use the fridge as a cool box, you can select the 12 volt mode. Now at the moment, as you can see, we've got no car connected to the front of the caravan. So we've selected the 12 volt option here, and it is flashing, as you can see here, and bringing up the warning light. This is very similar to what it would do if the gas failed to ignite, but this is just indicating we have no 12 volt source coming from the car. You do not need to have the main control panel turned on above the door when you are travelling for the fridge to work as a cool box. On mains or gas, you control the temperature on this button on the right hand side. On the 12 volt mode, you will not have a temperature control, just due to the fact it works the fridge as a cool box rather than a fridge itself. Hob, grill and oven all work very much the same as your household appliances. The electric ring will only work if you're on a mains powered site with 240 coming into the caravan. The rest of the hob, grill and oven will all work on gas. The extractor fan will work on 12 volts, and you just turn that on by pressing the button here, either high or low setting, and then you've got your lights in there as well for when you want to light up the hob. Underneath the bed at the rear of the caravan, you can lift the bed up so you can access the storage, the same as you can access from that locker on the outside. And then going into the bathroom, the last thing we go through is the toilet system. So the toilet has an electric flush on top, which you press to flush your toilet system. The red light illuminates on the top left hand side here to let you know the toilet system is full, or the toilet waste cassette is full, sorry. The toilet seat itself does actually turn for your convenience, as you can see. However, when you're removing the toilet waste cassette from underneath the van, we do advise you have it in the central position, as it does lock the toilet waste cassette in place if it is turned at all. Down below the toilet you have your grey waste handle. You need to open it up by pressing it across to the right hand side to allow the waste into the cassette under the van, and if it's in the central position you'll be able to remove that waste cassette from under the van. If that waste cassette is open, you will not be able to remove it, and if you did remove it with it open, you could potentially damage the toilet waste cassette itself. So that is the Lunar here. That's the end of the video. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call. I'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you for now. Bye bye.